Mary.
And Amma.
Leave a like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about Put a Ring on It. It is the final episode before the reunion, y'all.
Yes.
And I just think it's hilarious. It's not hilarious, but I just find it so embarrassing.
Yeah.
That Ricky completely played in Catherine's face. But I feel like he did it because he knew she wasn't going anywhere. The fact that you decided to still be with Ricky and all this stuff.
4 dates with, what was his name?
With Marcus.
I mean,
I just felt so bad. Because one, she's the dark-skinned girl on the show. And I just like, she's the only one who didn't get an engagement. And this fool still had the nerve to sit down there with his raggedy braids and say, we're not ready for engagement.
I know.
We need to still work on ourselves.
Yes.
And the thing is,
you need to work on yourself.
But she put that burden on herself.
Exactly.
Oh, I need to because I'm very verbally abusive to you. As if he is not being emotionally and mentally abusive to you.
Yeah.
Like, and I just didn't. I was so
I felt
upset.
like when he went and he spoke to the doctor was really trying to figure out, and even with her, was trying to figure out, like, I think she was trying to tell her without telling her,
this ain't gonna work. This is
not going to work.
Yeah.
You know, because it's just going to take, it's just too much. But she wanted her to get there. And she was just like, she's going to stay with him. She has made that decision.
I just need him to step up. And he didn't step up.
He
did
and
not
you're still staying at all. He sat there, told you that at the dinner, and all you could say is, that's disappointing.
You know what's crazy to me?
I like when I just get up and just be like, as he's talking, like, go about your business. Go to the house, pack your things. First of all, before you even left, you should have packed your things. Like, before you even left, you should have packed your things just because, depending on what he's going to say.
Right.
Not pack all your things for him to know that you are leaving. Like, but pack something where you can leave and you can collect the other stuff later.
I feel
so that when he says whatever foolishness he's saying, you get your stuff from the car, you call an Uber, go to a hotel, and it's over.
I think it's a really, we say this all the time on this channel. Low self-esteem is a disease. It's truly a disease for women. And when you have the disease, you continue.
Low self-esteem?
Because she doesn't think she deserves better. This is a man who has a baby mother. This is a man who is living with his parents.
Yeah,
and he
does.
There's no intimacy. No. He's not giving you flowers. Like, he is basically treating you like a friend. Yeah. And she actually believes that she should stay here and work it out with him. I think she doesn't. I truly believe she doesn't think that she doesn't believe that she deserves better. That's what I think. Because when you believe, it's a habit, but also think she has been waiting for him for years. Like, I don't know if this is her first love or what it is, but he is comfortable knowing.
Friend thing. It's the best friend thing. She actually thinking that this guy is her best friend.
People don't know what
friendship is. And he's really not
is.
your best friend. A best friend wants the best for you.
And he's not that.
And he knows that he's not the best for you. Remember when we were watching?
And he said he was ready to marry Catherine. He said to the therapist.
No, he's not. Remember when we were watching Ready to Love?
Yeah.
And I can't remember the lady, the really feisty woman, who said no to that other guy from New York. But remember she had a talk. I cannot remember these people's names, but she had a talk with a guy who told her when she says, like, "Are you ready for me?" Like, if I had said yes to you.
Oh, Morgan?
Yes, Morgan.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, no. Because he is actually a friend.
Yeah.
So he's letting her know, I'm not there yet. And I know that you're there. And you deserve the best. And I'm not it for you.
Yeah.
That's a friend. Ricky, he wants to just use Catherine. I don't know what this woman does for a living, but he wants to use Catherine. He wants to step on her dark-skinned neck.
Yes.
That's what he's doing.
When he gets to where he wants to, he'll drop her like a bad habit. She'll be sitting down there all confused, like, oh my God, I wasted all my time. But by that time, you're broken. You're probably bitter. You're probably upset and angry with yourself.
You've wasted time.
And then you would have wasted time.
And you would have missed the opportunity of Marcus.
And my thing is, I felt like maybe God was actually bringing her somebody decent. Because sometimes, it's rare. Sometimes when you're already broken, God brings you somebody. But because you're so broken, you can't see it. But I feel like it's a blessing because it's like God's like, okay, I'm going to bring somebody immediately. So you don't have to worry about this person. And it's like she basically is like, I'm going to sit down here and be with Ricky, who actually does not give a shit about you. He has taken you for granted
financially.
No, he does
not.
He doesn't
appear to me to be
I pay all the bills. Your parents pay the bills because you live with your parents.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are not paying mortgage. The brother also is there. He's another one.
Like, what man has a woman living with his... Like, if it's not a cultural thing where, like, it is in India...
Right.
If a man has you living with his parents and he has no gumption or no motivation to, like, provide for you and to show you that he's a leader and he wants to take care of you
and
let you have your own autonomy, that man don't think highly of you and he don't really give a damn about you. When he gets himself together, he's going to leave Catherine and Catherine's going to be like, oh my God, she is still wasting her time with this fool. And I'm sure Marcus is just looking like, it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. And I just felt bad because she's the only dark-skinned woman taking this crap. And I just hate that they're putting this image out there or whatever. But she is perpetuating it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's just sad.
It is very sad.
It's just sad, and I just felt like it was pathetic. Like and the thing is, I knew he was going to propose.
Had a smirk on his face the entire time he was telling her that foolishness, and she was waiting for bated breath to see when he will propose.
I'm sorry,
he was not coming.
She should have known, because when you look at the ambience and the setting, I knew he wasn't going to propose. That way that he came dressed, it was kind of semi-formal casual. Like, leaning more towards casual.
I didn't catch on to that, because I was thinking, dinner, the place looks a little dark. Like,
it looked dark, like there was no lights. Like, it looked like it was
lights, like romantic. It's been a while, maybe. That's why I was like, oh, romance, dim lighted. Yeah. Because you were like, as soon as you saw it, you were like, that guy, the way he's dressed.
It's the aesthetics.
You were right on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally missed that.
It was just pathetic, and it was so sad. And she's still sitting down there like
a dodo bird.
Like a dodo bird, with her breasts pushed all up, sitting next to him, holding on to him. The thing is, Ricky just does not want to be dumped on this show.
That's it.
That's all it is.
That's it.
But we have spent 7 minutes, so let's go on to Joy and Jish.
Now, I actually liked the whole Joy and Jish outside. The only thing is, I thought it was crowded. I thought it was too crowded. But you did not like it. You didn't think he put too much effort from the boombox music.
For me personally, I didn't think he was actually going to propose.
You know what I thought? When I saw all the people around there, and then I saw what was it? I saw the boombox, the music, and all that. I heard that. I thought that they were gonna go into a dance.
Right.
Like the people were gonna are dancers. They're gonna go into a dance. Then when that did not happen, I was like, oh, it's just some music that turned on over there.
My thing is also, yes, he proposed, but I just felt like it was kind of also like Ricky's. I wasn't expecting a proposal. She's there in her heels, right? And then my thing is, it was like he sat down at a picnic table. I didn't see any food.
So that's
like you would actually have
walking that grass with the heels,
right? My thing is, you actually could have set up a really nice picnic, because the thing is, they have fancy picnics now. Like, I follow a couple of accounts where they set up like these really nice picnics where like you'll have a tent, you have these pillows down, so you have like a little table there,
bees and insects,
right? Yeah, and then you could have done it at the sunset. That would have been so beautiful. Been and then you could have had flowers leading up to it or whatever and all that stuff. I just felt like it looked like they had taken their dog for a walk and they decided to sit down at that table. Please do not propose to me like that. I'm sorry. I need to know something special is happening.
Joya.
Anyway, but I'm happy.
I also felt like she was talking too much.
She wasn't letting this man speak his mind. I felt like any
time he started to speak, she will jump in.
And instead of listening.
Instead of listening. You know, as women, we got to stop talking so much. We talk too damn much. Like, be quiet. Listen to what the man is saying. Listen. Watch him. You can learn so much from his nonverbal cues. Listen to what he is saying. So I just feel like, and then, I don't know if Josh, what's his name, Jasha, is going to ever have a baby with her.
I think he might just string her along.
That's
her along. That's what I feel.
He'll marry her, maybe. But he will string her along, because I don't think Jasha wants to have a child.
I mean, my
any
thing
other
is,
child.
I feel like most people, once their kids are grown, they don't want to start that all over again.
He
I mean,
doesn't
personally,
want to
I
do
wouldn't
that.
want to,
They
even though I'm not a
travel
mother.
a lot. She already has 2 kids. I think, doesn't he have 1 child?
Yeah.
So he's already doing child support.
I mean, would you start over?
You mean to have a child?
Yeah.
With someone? I mean, I don't think it really, I don't know. I think I enjoyed having kids and stuff like that.
It's
And
nice, but that's kind of like, because the thing is, life kind of happens in circles, right?
Yeah.
First you're single,
I
then you
kind
get
of
married, then you
feel-
have kids, and it's like you
Yeah.
go through this whole thing again
You
where you're
know-
kind of single, your
Yeah.
kids aren't there anymore, you get
Yeah.
your life back.
But you know something? I've always felt like, I don't know, I've never felt like as though kids hold you back. I feel like you can get things done.
You
Like
can,
these
but
days, in the days of homeschooling and travel, like, and then the technology that's there, there's just so much you can do and bring your child along. I don't feel like when people say, you know, the children is going to be so much, it's going to kind of cramp my style. And he's still relatively young. Isn't he 40?
I know, but my thing is, so that you just don't want, like, I mean, maybe this is, I'm saying it because I'm
I
24,
feel like
right?
he has really
But
enjoyed the travel with her. And I mean, we
you
used
don't
to
want
travel
to
when
have
you guys
to
were
worry
very
about,
young.
oh my God, I want to go bungee jumping, or hey, I want to go zip lining, or hey, I want to go and be on a yacht or whatever. You don't want to have to go
I
and
will
worry.
never be doing any of those.
Well, that's why you don't feel like kids hold you back. But that way you have a child, it's like you have to think about all those
I
things
don't know,
and
put the
stuff.
child in front of you here and go.
Sky zip lining, you probably ain't nobody in their right mind doing that.
The zip lining company probably will be like,
Yeah, you are
we
on
may need to
drugs.
call CPS on you.
Yeah.
Hold on a second while I make that
second.
call.
But I feel like to an extent
yeah.
kids can. Cause I feel like
Yeah.
all of a sudden your whole entire
Yeah.
world becomes about the kids, and kids really just want attention. Like I remember when our a close friend had their daughter come. She was working for the family, had their daughter come, and I think my friend, she just really did not like having the child around all the time, because so that it just seemed like kids, they don't really acknowledge that, like, say, like, because I think she was carrying groceries into the house one time and the child was just holding onto her leg, and she's like,
you?
no, it was not me. It was not me. It was not me.
You know what is so funny? She has really wanted to have kids when she was younger, right? And just love children. And then I find that as you got older, now you're so busy doing stuff. Now it's like,
I used to say all the time I wanted 6 kids.
yeah,
I always
like
said I
when you were
wanted
very
3
young,
sets of
and you
twins.
wanted them in your early 20s. Or
Yes,
whatever.
I did.
Now it's kind of like,
I think because the more I get
think,
into
you
my
know,
art, it's like,
so, yeah, you're getting busy with your career, and so
Yeah.
you're feeling like, I don't know if I even want children. Let me see how I feel in my 30s.
I want kids later, but my thing is because I'm like, because whenever I do my
that
arts
6
or I'm
kids has gone
painting,
down to how much now?
maybe 3. I want at least more than 2. But like, I feel like because I'm so
You're
into
so
my
cute.
art now, like there are days where like
Yeah.
I'll be here in my room for 10 hours. Like I
Yeah.
remember yesterday I was like trying to shave down this wood or whatever, and I was supposed to move money from my account, but because I was so enthralled
Busy,
in the
yeah.
work, I totally forgot, and
Yeah.
it kind of screwed me up.
Yeah.
But I get so
So now
zoned
you're
in, I
like,
can't be like, I
Can't imagine a child.
Sometimes it's hard for me to just stop what I'm doing in my
Yeah.
art to go pray.
Well,
Like,
even
like
the
it's so...
kitten which you have wants to play with you.
I'm
You don't
like,
even have
my
time to
God.
play with the kitten,
And then she'd be
let alone a
stalking
child.
me.
Yeah.
So...
So yeah, that's very funny. But I see what you're saying, but I feel as though he's young. And I feel
He's
like
enjoying
I
the good
feel
life.
like
Why
if
ruin
you
it with
really
when I ruin
love
it?
this woman and this is something she really wants, I feel like that's part of the love that you have for her, that you do that. But I don't think he loves her
Enough.
like that. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Because I feel like if you really love a woman enough, you will actually go ahead and have this child and be like, I'm going to be with her anyway. But I don't, that's why the longevity of the whole thing, I don't know about Jason. I really don't know.
My thing is though, because he kept on saying that I'm worried about getting a divorce. That's
Yeah,
why I don't want it to
I
miss.
just-
My
I
thing is,
just
I'm not,
don't
if
know
I
about
know in
Jason.
my heart and my soul, there's no way in hell I am getting a divorce.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm worried about
But
getting a
it's-
divorce.
yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm
so,
not.
Jaisha, you know.
But let's
But
talk about Zay and that
the last
woman.
one, Zay and Jasmine. Jasmine is such a sweetheart.
I just don't think Zay actually gives a crap about
Jasmine
her. She died. Her father died.
She's
He never asked for her hand in marriage. None of that. I don't feel like women really get over that.
Don't, but for some reason, Jasmine is the woman that I feel has the lowest self-esteem of the three. That's how I feel.
I know. I think Catherine has her beat.
Really?
I think Catherine has her beat.
Because Jasmine, it's like, she is, I mean, in terms of her personality, in terms of her heart, see, she is such a sweet woman.
Very sweet. But she has
She's
age
such
being
a
with him.
sweet woman. Like, this man is gonna dry her the hell up.
But she always looks
like
older than her age.
Prune. But she's such a sweetheart.
But because when you look at her, you see her neck is kind of sunken, and she kind of looks like this, and then you see all the wrinkles.
It's the self-esteem. That's why she is like...
The man has sucked the life out of her. This is why you have to choose your partner carefully. Yeah. And that's why we say when you're in a relationship, take a picture every month. If you start looking worse and worse and what's that?
She's such a sweetheart. She's such a sweetheart.
You have to go.
But I liked what he did. I thought it was very pretty. I thought it was very beautiful. I love the sunflowers. I don't know anyone whose sunflowers are their favorite flower, but he actually started making me like sunflowers.
I thought it was a little shady. You know why? Because he said that sunflowers have to go through a lot of dirt in order to shine. So you're saying I have to go through a lot of shit in order for this relationship to work?
He wants to remind her that he's going to continue to give her a lot of poop in this relationship, and but like the sunflower, you will come out looking pretty, even though I'm gonna give you a living hell and you're gonna stay in the mud with me.
That's why sometimes I don't like that term black love. Because for the longest time, black love has been associated with struggle love. That's why sometimes when I see these couples who are both black, I don't say black love, I just say love.
You gotta stay there no matter what, through all the crap, yeah.
Anyway.
Hopefully that can change as time goes on. And we can say black love and actually feel like it's love.
It's love, not where you have to struggle in order to get the good
is
stuff.
Not love.
No, it's not.
Okay, you can't use struggle and love in the same sentence.
God says in the Quran that you should find rest and peace in your partner, and if you don't, then it's not from Him.
Yeah.
Just know that. And that's not even just for Muslims, but that's just for people in general.
Yeah, He said He's created mates from us, from our souls.
Yeah.
Right? That we can find quiet of mind and peace.
If you're not finding that, that's not your person. Sorry.
She certainly is not finding no rest and peace in Zay.
None of them are, if we're being honest. I mean, maybe Joy and Jaysha, but... Anyway, y'all, we done spent 18 minutes.
For me, I feel as though Joy, is going to have to compromise. She's already compromising.
But she's like, well, I only want the ring because I want the man. And I only want the baby because I want the man. So at the end of the day, I think I want to take the ring because I want the man. So it seems like she's willing to.
She's already compromising, and he's already seen that, So I think that guy who was talking about the different tiers of women. Yeah. I think that spooked her. Yeah. And so, and when he sees it, he'll be like, she stays. She ain't going nowhere. Anywho. Yeah. That was sad.
Yes, y'all. But it's Mary.
Get down. Let us know what you thought. And
be much as a like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. Bye.